Like, this industry has done so much for me, just being a kid from Polk County, man, I'm telling you, because I went the teaching route. I got the degree. I did that for my grandma. I really wasn't a school person, but I did it because, again, I wanted to be a good example to my siblings. I was the first person to go to college in my family, so I felt as though I had a blaze of trail for my family that my brothers and sisters could follow. I got my head coaching job at the age of 25. I was the youngest head football coach in the state of Florida for high school football. That's what got me out of Polk. But 4 games into my season, I caught me a non-moving DUI. I won my game Friday night. I went to go turn up on Saturday, got locked up Sunday morning. I was running on the news by Sunday night. I worked at a private school, so they canned me right away. All right, so if there's anything I want to share with you today, man, it doesn't matter what you've been through, what you're going through, or what you might go through. There's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel if you just got a good perspective on it. All right, at the time when I was going through my BS, I didn't see what God had planned for me. All I saw was I had my dream job, I lost it, and I shamed my family. I never knew that a pair of clippers would do that. But you got to understand, you got to cherish the relationships that you create in here. Some of you guys didn't even know each other until school. All right, but you never know who you might be sitting next to. All right, but cherish these relationships because you never know who might be that helping hand down the road. I mean, this gentleman, he was a 25-year-old Puerto Rican that owned 2 barbershops already. All right, and so for me, that was different. And not only did he own them, he ran them differently. All right, there was no cussing, but they still got down with some good music in there. All right, it was a great vibe. It didn't smell like no weed in there. All right, it was ran professionally, but it had a good modern vibe to it. So I was his client for 4 years. I sat in that man's chair for 4 years. And the reason why is because I just liked the environment. And being a teacher, being a young teacher, I felt as though I had to always keep the part. Here's a pointer. Success leaves clues, man. When you meet the right people and you see them doing the right things, don't be scared to ask for opportunity. Some of you may disqualify yourself if you see a position or if you see an opportunity and you say, oh man, they might not accept someone like you. Never know. Because 4 years after knowing him, I lost my job, and guess who had a helping hand just like this? Hey bro, I don't know what you're gonna do, but man, barbering treating me good, man. I'm making 6 figures doing this thing. And at that time, I never heard someone making 6 figures with barbering. And mind you, this was about 10 years ago, all right? And he was only 25. Because of him, I went and got my barber's license. Got my barber's license, jumped right in. That made me have no other choice but to do what? Work. That's it, work. Eliminate all distractions. I just had to lock in. All right, I run one of the barbershops I took over 2 years ago. Took it from a 4.2 star rated barbershop to a 4.9 rated barbershop now. We went from 2 barbers to 9 barbers. Okay, now that's not for me to flex. What I'm doing is I'm qualifying myself to what I'm about to show you. All right, this is not myth. This is not if it works. No, it works if you work it. 4 years into teaching, the highest I ever made was $37,000. These teachers will tell you this teaching stuff don't get paid. It's convenient for schedule. But this industry of barbering, I'm telling you, or beauty, whatever lane you're in, you can make a career out of it and a lucrative career if you just have the right systems, all right? You have to know your plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So what's your goal in this thing? A lot of people say, money-wise, I want to make 6 figures, okay? $100,000, right? Sounds good to the ear. Do you really know that goal, though? Did you break that goal down yet? Like, do you know what that looks like a month? Do you know what that looks like every week? And if you know, how about every week, how much do you have to make a day according to the schedule that you want to work, that you need to do in order to hit your goal? This is how you hit this one, is by dominating this one. The only way you're going to get to this yearly goal is if you dominate the dailies. Because if you know how much money you need to make or how many clients you need to give or how many free haircuts you need to give out in order for you to convert, right? If you know that number, wouldn't you be more inclined to not leave the shop or leave the salon early if you knew that exact number, what it looked like? Like if you knew that all I needed was 8 a day, 6 days a week for the whole first year to make what you need to make in this thing, wouldn't you be more inclined to go after that? I know I would. It's no different than a GPS. You put the address in the GPS, right? But it does no damn good unless you hit what? Start. What shows up? Every turn you need to make, yes? Same thing when it comes to your goals. A lot of you guys got the address put in. You haven't hit go yet. These are some of the steps that are gonna help you hit go. Understanding your mindset, understanding why you're doing this thing, and then understand what you wanna get out of it. You know where you're at right now. Be realistic with your goals, all right? But make sure you're stretching yourself. And then how bad you wanna hit it. For me, I wanted it so bad that I needed to know by the daily. Because if I knew about it daily, I couldn't play nobody but myself. If I knew exactly what I needed to do, how long I needed to do it, and for what season I needed to do it in. I understand you may have kids, you may have family, you may have friends. I sat my wife down, man. 2 years ago, I felt as though like we needed a house, we needed some assets. And I sat her down and said, listen, I'm gonna work 6 days a week for this whole year. And that's what it looked like. It wasn't pretty, all right, but it was a sacrifice. All right, it was a sacrifice I was willing to make because I understood that I had to get outside. I had to get more because what my goals were for us, I needed to go turn it up a little bit. So what I'm telling you is get outside. How do you build clientele? Where do you find these people at? Man, there's this thing called Eventbrite. Write it down, eventbrite.com. All right, you type that in, you type in your city, it'll show you every networking event that's going on in the city. If you gotta drive to another city, drive to it. But get around people, get around movers and shakers, all right? You're gonna put yourself in a room where you can actually just network. Some of you are just relying on just your neighborhood in order to get your business going. No, get around, meet some new people. What type of people you wanna have in your seat? Get around those type of people. Eventbrite will help you do that. Facebook groups, there's a Facebook group for everything. Community, if you live in a community, there's a Facebook group for it. Get in those communities. There's a Lakeland one, get in it. Small business owners, get in it. All right, I highly encourage that. That's the way you get to meet more people and see what's going on in the city that you can plug into. So my business name is I Grind Different. All right, I work in Headlines Barbershop. I'm a booth renter barber. But my space is called I Grind Different. Every week, I Grind Different pays Nathan Galan. Just by doing that, right now, most barbers are not reporting all their money. They don't have no LLC, they're not getting taxed as an S corp, and they're getting taxed at the highest rate possible for all their money. But when you get set up like this, you get an LLC that gets taxed like an S corp, your payroll gets taxed lower, and your distribution. So yeah, your payroll is what you're paying yourself, but every quarter or every month, you can give yourself a little extra. It's not saying you can't touch your money. What is setting you up is to be taxed lower. I don't want to talk over anybody's head, but just understand if you're set up like a business, you get more benefits, not only tax-worthy wise, but just as a business in general. So if you want to go get some business funding, now you set up the right way. Now you can go to the bank and be like, hey, can you lend me? Yeah, here goes my paperwork. Because 4 years ago, I couldn't do that. I went to the bank, asked for a house loan, they said no. You're not even bankable. What you mean? You need a balance sheet, you need a profit and loss statement. Didn't know what that was. I went to my boy Bosio, unashamed, like, bro, what am I doing, dog? I see you buying your third house, I'm still renting. What's going on here? Sat me down. And then he's actually the one that started this company. 3 years later, we have over 500 clients. All right, and now we're not just doing barber, we're doing any small business now. And I became a consultant. Why? I was the second person to ever sign up for this thing. All right, so I'm no different. I don't speak, like I said in the beginning, I don't speak from speculation. And like I told you earlier, sometimes there's some people that come in your life that just wake you up. The cancer thing woke me up to get on my game when it came to barbering. This kid right here woke me up when it came to get my assets right. And what I mean assets, this kid came to a show that I did in Orlando called the Orlando Premiere. Anybody heard of it? Right? Went to that show, opened my eyes to how much bigger this industry was. All right, and this kid was still in school, just like you guys. And he came out of the booth just to network. I advise you, if you can, go to the premiere. Just go around, just shake hands, man. You gotta see how much bigger this is than this school, than behind this chair. You gotta see how much bigger this is. This industry is enormous, and it's not only is it enormous, it has incredible opportunity. All right, and because he went to that show, just put a name with a face. I got a brand called I Grind Different. He bought one of my shirts, told me his name, got my Instagram, and he followed me. As soon as he graduated, he hit me up. This kid's first year in our barbershop, he made $125,000. $25 haircut, $30 haircut and beard. His second year, he makes $170,000. The 125 and the 170, right? When he got the 170, he came to Lakeland and bought a duplex at 22 years old. You ready for the crazy part? He rented it to my sister. So for me, I'm like, hold on a second. At the time, I'm like 34-ish. I'm a damn 22-year-old. Got in the game after me. I'm already in the game. I'm making good money. But here's the difference. He treated his money right. See, he was cutting in the garage, and he had that 2 banking account set up already. The next year, he makes $225,000. Now he's charging $30 and $40 a haircut. Guess what he did now? Opened up a barbershop. Kid's 23 years old, and in 3.5 years, he made over $500,000 in barbering. He still only charges $30 and $40, but he still works for 5 to 6 days a week. Woke me up. What? I got the same type of opportunity that he got. What am I doing different? I wasn't treating my money right. This is me and my wife, all right? We gotta understand, we sacrificed for 2 years and we lived in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, 800 square foot for 2 years to get our money right, to get us in a better situation. This is what I was able to buy for my wife. We just celebrated about a year in January. It's a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath, 3,000 square foot house. And again, that's not to brag, I just wanna bring perspective to you. All right, I did this with barbering money. I did this with cutting hair. All right, so don't let no one try to make you feel any different. I know a lot of people make me feel different. Oh, you're not teaching no more? Oh, you're not using your degree? Listen, the degree to me was help me learn how to network more than anything. All right, so I don't know where you're at. You may just be jumping into this career, making a career switch midlife like me. All right, you can do it that much more faster. Because I made the mistakes that you don't have to make if you just plug in. All right, this is my boy KB. I didn't even know KB. KB met me on Instagram. KB became part of our mentorship program that we have. Opportunity came about for KB. KB's from Orlando. We had an opening. He reached out. And he actually reached out for almost 2 years. Opportunity came up. His first year with us. New city, new everything. $98,000. The next year, my wife helped him buy a house. House owner by the age of 25. All right, this is Nick. I hired Nick. Guess what Nick did? Some of you guys know where you want to go already. Why are you not shadowing over there yet? Go do your homework on these shops. Go do your homework on where you want to be. Go see if you fit there, all right? Go and make your face be known, but so when you do graduate, you're not a new face. You're a familiar face. See, Nick made sure he was a familiar face. Nick was driving to us an hour, one way, just so he could come shadow us. He was still in school. Nick was 17, turned 18, graduated, I hired him. Well, see, Nick wanted to move out of the house. You know, just like every 18-year-old, I want to get my own crib, you know what I mean? Psst, dead. Like, bro, listen, stay home. Because if I could do it all over, I would stay home for 2 years, and in 2 years, you'll be able to buy a house. You could be a homeowner by the age of 20. Don't be like me. Don't wait till your mid-30s, bro, to buy your first crib. You can have it now if you just sacrifice. I said, is your parents kicking you out? No, stay your ass there. 2 weeks after his 20th birthday, that's him and my wife signing his papers for his first house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath by himself. And then last but not least, this is my most recent one, man. This is my guy, Jesse. Jesse is from Pennsylvania. See, our mentorship now is stretched all different countries, all around the US, right? And so when we have openings now, we let the guys know first, or the ladies. Hey, listen, we got some openings, all right? And we even have it to a point where we have a house in Tampa where we provide you the opportunity to get a house to live in while you start at our shop, all right? Jesse moved down from Pennsylvania, no clientele, all right? He actually started at my shop, the one I restarted. And just from March to December, he made $108,000, $25 and $35 haircuts. All right, for the year, he made $138,000. He just closed on a 2-bedroom condo in downtown Tampa. He rents one side and lives on the other side now. Just cut his living expenses in half, just because he treated his money right, all right? Again, he had the right systems. If you have the right systems, no matter where you're at, you can be successful with it, all right? No new city, no city, familiar face, don't matter, all right? The right systems is what's gonna help you get there. They're all a part of our 6-figure mentorship program. If you haven't heard of it, it's a mentorship program. You can read a little bit about it on there. If not, the Barber that you're gonna scan on this next slide, all right, you can actually put some information. I can send you the direct link for more information on it. We have a mentorship program. All right, it's only $4 a day, $4 a day. A gas station trip a day. To get access, we do 4 live calls a week. I do 2 of them. All right, 4 live calls a week of just value. All right, we also have about 11 modules worth of information. Remember I showed you that one that was a real estate? That was one module. That one module has about 7 videos underneath it, breaking it down. That's how we have it as well. From how to build clientele, how to do Google My Business, how to create your website, all right, how to do Meta, Facebook ads. I didn't know how to do none of that. I had to learn that. It's me plus 6 coaches and Chris Baggio that's a part of this mentorship program, all right? If that's not in your financial budget, I get it, all right? But for me, I had to find a way with $4 a day how to make it happen. All right, this used to cost $5,000. But he wanted to reach more people. He added us as coaches, and now we launched it this way in October. All right, we have over 1,100 students now, all right, on that platform. It's on the school platform. All right, if you don't have that in it, that's okay. We have a free community as well. It's a 245, one that we just provide some type of value there for you as well until you're ready to invest in yourself and get the mentorship, all right? And so if you do want more information on that, you can scan this right here, all right? Click it. If you want more information on the accounting company, all right, on this, it's gonna say Let's Connect. On one of those choices, it says Let's Connect. Click it, fill out the information, or just shoot me a DM. All right, either which way. But I want to appreciate your time. I'm open to any questions, but thank you so much for your attention, guys. You guys have been mad respectful, and I really appreciate that because I didn't come here to waste your time. So I hope you got some value. All right, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.